Is this thing on? Hey everybody, welcome back. Where did we leave this? Oh my god, we left this with the incredible cliffhanger. What is the difference between a fresco and a mural? Okay, let's go over to Sibs, our intrepid reporter in the field. Sibs, can you tell us the difference between a fresco and a mural?
Well, after much research, essentially looking at the first Google response that I got
I work in IT. That's all you ever do. So that's
from the India Times.
Yep.
India Times says that the difference is, what's the difference between a fresco and a mural? Well, a mural is any large painting on a wall, ceiling, or other large structure. A fresco is executed using water-soluble paints on wet or dry limestone.
Ooh.
And is one... No, wait, the only part of the sentence is there.
Okay.
So yeah, it's wet. Frescoes are painted on wet walls, on wet stuff, and a mural is just any picture.
Do you know what I love about this channel? It's not just the friends that I make; it's the things that I learn along the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. So, welcome back, everybody. I hope you've got yourself a beverage. I hope you had some time for someone that you love to hold. And even if you didn't have someone that you love to hold, you should have been holding yourself. Okay. Oh, hold on. That sounded really weird. Let's breeze over that. I thought that was going to be a smooth transition there. It was
seamless.
It wasn't a smooth transition at all.
Just to cover that, going back, is that a fresco is a mural, but a mural is not a fresco.
Okay, enough fresco mural.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just filling you in.
I was on board.
So all zips are zogs, but not all zogs are zips. Is that like
exactly?
So, Joe, because I know you're in the background, do we have any interactions from our boys and girls outside? Not just our boys and girls. Any person's been in chat with us?
More mural and fresco chat, from what I can see. I know, obviously, you've passed that over to Joe, but from what I'm picking up from the frankly electric Twitters there, that's going on with this.
And why wouldn't it be?
I think we've had two join us. I think we've got Stuart out there, so big shout out to Stuart. Stuart's been an extraordinary friend and also incredible DM and player that I've played with for a long time, and I know Joe has well. And we've also got Bevans with us. Bevans, the extraordinary costume designer, who's also out there making a lot of masks for...
Oh, dang, it's Bevans. Hello, Bevans.
Hey.
Hi, I remember you from that thing we did ages ago.
Hey, I didn't realise you guys. That's great. So guys, thank you so much for coming along and joining us. It's really nice to have you guys on board. And obviously, do chuck comments into us. Do let us know how you think these guys are getting on. And if you think there's anything DM-wise that you want me to chuck in, let me know. I'm happy to chuck it in. Someone earlier on, I'm going to take it as a compliment. Someone mentioned me as the Daniel Day-Lewis of DMs there. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get it tattooed. That's how much of a compliment I'm going to take it as. So that I can look at it in my darker times. You too take yourself too seriously.
There's a Day-Lewis pharmacy in Clapham, and I honestly wonder when he'll stop being that and what he's doing it for. Just the idea that he's transformed himself like this and is selling ibuprofen to people who walk up. He commits. I got nothing beyond that. That's what I've got.
No, I just love the idea. Maybe he serves the customers in some of his previous roles. So there's him as Abraham Lincoln, doling out erection-solving drugs. I drink your milkshake. Oh, and here's Viagra. Thank you. So we've just had a what ho from Bevans. Bevans, what ho? Welcome back to you. Boop, boop. So guys, should we play some D&D?
Is that what we've been doing? Is it?
Yeah,
Hardly.
Depends
who you are.
We may as well give it a bash. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. So, when we left you guys last, you were stood on the precipice of a large hole which fell deeply into the ground on.
Classic hole. There's a classic hole right there.
Description of a hole.
What?
That's a hole, mate.
I studied English and theatre for a reason. On the edge
that just go straight up into space. Like, the ones that Fred Dibner used to bring down with his steeplejacking.
Oh, that was an actual Fred Dibner reference. Much respect. Nice. So, you guys are there on the precipice of a classic hole. And you've 2 walls either side, slightly fall down, slightly ramshackle, and in front of you, you can all see a pair of moving staircase. I'm just going to put you guys into the space so that you can see. Okay.
I was that far behind. I hadn't even realised. So far at the back. Cool.
What would you like to
I'm really confused, so I just slowly start walking away.
do? You are very confused. This is true. She's slowly walking away here, guys.
Well, no.
Pop.
Did you say
My
Pop?
best friend.
Did you say things are broken? There are broken walls or something around us. Go on.
There are some walls on either side that are ramshackle and run down. Pop is actually really gradually making her way out of there.
Pop,
Yeah,
no,
Pop.
Pop.
Like I would say, situations like this when lights drop off seemingly for no reason, and things sort of get odd with the old hippo now and again. It might be nicer just to stay with the people you're with, if that's all right. I just think like maybe that might be nice.
I'm just confused.
Pop.
I think
Can
we
I-
all are, and I think that's fair.
Can I get my tiny alligator head out again and light up and see if there's anything more?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
So you can see the steps that have begun to move back and forth in front of you, and they lead up into the darkness, and they plunge also down into the darkness.
While this is happening, can I please use monastic tradition to
Mhm.
make a tiny earth-based top hat for the alligator head? Because I can create a harmless, instantaneous sensory effect related to earth, air, fire, or water, and I just want to make like a tiny top hat that fits the alligator perfectly.
You still have guidance, so you've got a D4 to add to that as well if you have to.
Yeah, of course you can make that. Absolutely.
Alright,
So can you just tell me, what does the hat look like?
It's your sort of classic Baron Samedi thing, like a real top hat. Large, black, smooth, velvety, flat on top. Small thing here. It's your classic top hat, but reduced in size for a crocodile skull.
So it's a tiny little top hat, lands on top of the crocodile skull that's illuminating the space. It looks
Which is on my hand currently.
It looks
Yeah.
dapper. It looks proper dapper. Great. Would anyone like to do anything else?
I'm worried about Pop.
I've done enough.
I've done enough. I retire from this campaign.
My work here is done.
I'm just gonna lick. I'm gonna lick that top hat to make sure it sticks on the skull's head properly.
Sharif don't like it. Lick the top hat. Lick the
I would-
top hat.
I would say, Pop, that it's been about a minute now, and the confusion that you've been experiencing starts to pass, and you slowly return to normal conscious thinking.
Hi guys, how did we get here?
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
Evan
where have
Jones
you been?
just-
Where did you go? Is
I
this fun?
don't
Is
know.
it fun yet?
I mean, I don't know. What fun, really? Can I take a perception check and like look and see if there's any like sneakish, devious things on the stairs in front of me?
This is playing. Yes, my friend. Yes, of course you can. Yes, please do a perception roll for me.
I also have sneakish. That's
It is a 12. Okay, so there's a glint of metal that you can see to the sort of decrepit wall off to your left-hand side.
It's metal. Can I boop it?
You go to boop it, and you realise that as you boop, there's actually it's kind of rounded, and there's seemingly a pipe that goes up from it.
Ew! Ew! It's a pipe.
oh mate, this is like
Yeah.
honestly, lads, don't worry. I know this has been slightly weird, what with like lights dropping off and like weird sort of wooden monkeys and people, but if there's a pipe, we're golden. It'll be fine.
Eel, do you want to go over and have a quick inspection? Because I think that's pretty in keeping for you.
Oh yeah, no, I'll give it a look. Like, obviously, I'm not hired on this job, but I'll take a peek in the sense that if you're a tradesman and you're like an artisan, it's nice to have a look.
Great. So, give me a perception roll then, please.
I will do that. Where's my
I tell you what, whilst you guys are looking for stuff on Roll20, if you can narrate to me the thought process that leads up to the decision that you're about to make, that would be great.
Yep. So I'm I'm on my hands and knees. I'm looking around. I'm giving it the old this with the fingers, working out to make sure that the pipe has been suitably insulated. There's not been too much in the way of decay due to age or that sort of thing. But also trying to be aware that, like, you don't know the pressures that are going to be used. It might be up, it might be down. It's difficult to know exactly sort of what pressures this pipe will be under.
You start to realise, you do a gentle knock on the pipe and you realise that it's not hollow. It's almost as if there's something inside it. And you realise that the diameter of it's not circular as most pipes would be, because that would be the most efficient thing for a pipe to be, is circular. It shouldn't be bent.
Well, yeah, because if it's square, it puts unnecessary pressure on the corners, you see. That's why you don't have it in such as boats, like for portholes, because it gives a weakness.
It gives a weakness, exactly that. But so you can feel that this is kind of like a little bit like an oblong or an oval. It's not quite a perfect circle. It's almost as if this was something else.
So I turn around and I say to my gang, like, there's something quite weird about this pipe. Like, whoever fitted this was either on the take or didn't know what they were doing. But I get the feeling that this isn't right when it comes to normal plumbing. This might be worth a bit of a peek.
And as you reach your hand slightly further up to see if you can work out exactly what it is that it's connected to, you hear a low rumbling noise begin on both sides of the decrepit wall. And all of a sudden that rumbling noise starts to become louder and louder until eventually it's a...
What did you do?
I'll tell you one thing. Look, I know there's a plumbers guild and there's like different.
And all of a sudden you see the walls begin to vibrate and they start to crumble around. And at the top you see one of the bricks fall out and there's a helmet with no face in it. And on the other side you start to see the edge of a blade start to tear through the wall. So to your left and right hand side, the walls themselves, they begin to quiver and then disintegrate as two statues, almost automatons themselves, with giant chainsaws on, begin to lurch and move their way towards you. You have no way back. The only way that you have is forward, and that's over a pit with some rotating ladders. What the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, this is a classic slack job. Like, you can't...
I'm going to jump across.
You're going to jump across. Okay, great. In which case, then, can you give me a dexterity roll, please?
Or would we say athletics?
No, we would say dexterity.
Just before we take any rash decisions, there are pipes. Is there water here?
There is no water. So what you see now is that the what you believe to be a pipe was actually the foot of the automaton that is now going towards you with the chainsaw.
Ah, that's a tale as old as time.
So
the number of times I've reached in for a pipe.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Pop, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Sorry, are the automatons like on either side of us, if you know what I mean, like on the left and right of us? Okay, great.
Right of you, they're hemming you in. Okay, we're going to cut back to the heroic squirrel-like leap that went out from Asha. And Asha, okay, so you've done a dexterity save there. Can you give me a dexterity instead?
Yeah, I can't see it, babe.
Is it not there, babe?
Not on my skills, nah.
Not on your skills.
Not on the
hang on.
skills,
You know
just
what's
do it in
happened?
your-
It's moved. You know what's happened? It's moved over to one side.
Has it shimmied? It's shimmied.
It's shimmied over to the left. I've got it now.
Have you got it? Perfect.
Oh, damn.
You like, hold on, was that a nat 20? No, it was a 19 plus a 1. Okay, so you know, woo, boom. So you leap across onto the undulating ladders that are in front of you. You manage to grab hold, not of just one of the rungs, but you land your feet perfectly. You turn back to the other players. What do you say?
This is fun. I get it now. A fun house.
And you begin to climb as the automatons with the chainsaws are closing in on the 3 that remain. They're getting incredibly close.
I'm running after the big dragon. I'm going that way.
Going
I'm
that
going to
way.
make the jump.
In which case, then give me the roll. Well, I want to see your dexterity. It is a 14. You clear it. Yes, mate. Go for it. Okay, that leaves 2 of you guys just sat on the precipice, and you need to make your jump.
I'm going fun.
Oh.
Oh, Pop. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. I'm going to Eel, let's get yours as well, because I think you guys are going to try and do a leap simultaneously here, and we'll see what happens.
So my plan wasn't to leap. My plan was to use the water skin that I have in my sort of satchel of sort of gnomish things, and then use my monastic tradition shape of the flowing river to stretch the water that's in the water skin out into a tightrope.
Nice.
That covers that, and then just dance across that puppy on account of me being a monk. Like, just a smug dexterity bastard.
Okay, in which case then, you're going to still give me a dexterity roll, and I'm going to tell you how definitely, because I can say that you take out your water skin, you had that on you, this is one of your abilities, you're going to be able to be dexterous enough to go across it, but how well do you clear this? Let's look at that.
Okay. So I click on that, and that does the thing.
It's a 14. I have never had players part. Oh no, of course we forgot about Pop.
Nope. There's still me. Yeah.
Pass it. Oh, Pop.
Is there any way that as I'm going across, I can reach down for Pop and grab her as I'm running across? Sorry, grab them as I'm running across.
I think, to be honest with you, with the I'm going to say the words action economy, but with what you've just done, you've done quite a lot as it is, as chainsaws are raining in on you.
Fair.
So I'm going to say that do you want to describe to me, so you've been able to point this tightrope up to where you see the top, the sort of darkness, the top of that undulating ladders are, you've been able to point it up there. Can you talk to me about how dexterous and deftly it is that you get up to the top? It's a 14, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so like I see what's going on. I look up and I think, beans, I've left this a long time. I squeeze my water bag because it's important to stay hydrated, it really is. And then as it squirts out, I freeze every sort of last inch as it comes out, making a tightrope between the sort of water pouch and where I'm jumping to. I then leap onto that and give it a bit of like, should have thought more about this. As I tightrope walk my way across, finally sort of like landing and thinking, well, let's not do that again. There are easier ways of doing this.
Nice. You definitely reach the top as Pop throws herself towards the ladder. Tell me how this transpires.
I go fun, and then I just kind of like walk onto it.
So do you kind of just go like fun and then fall into an abyss?
Can I try to cast my my fishing rod to catch her?
Yes. How deep is this abyss? Is that the question?
Well, I mean, I think the question is
Your abyss.
like straight flat fall, or can I like grab onto a rung at like last minute?
So you do fall. It's not an abyss. I've just been teasing. It's a 5 foot deep pit. But for yourself, considering the size that you are, that is a bit tricky.
Substantial.
I am small.
So, you plunge down into this abyss of 5 foot. And then sharply stand up and realise that there's probably only about 2 foot's difference between you and the top rung of a ladder. So are you going to try and grab hold, yeah?
I go, that was actually quite fun.
Oh, sorry, can I get you to, I'm going to give you there's some bludgeoning damage that I'm afraid I have to give you as a wonderful, oh, you're so lucky I rolled a 1.
Touch wood.
While this is happening, I will say that 5 Foot Abyss sounds like a really good grunge band. Like in your Green Day Blink 182.
Yeah.
I
was thinking that you've hung out in HMV too long. You're there in the record store with your mate trying to work out what to spend the 20 quid that you earned from doing a paper round on. And 5 Foot Abyss sounds like the perfect choice. Okay, so Pop, what do you want to do? And what does anyone else want to do? I will say that
Can I help Pop up?
Yes, you can.
Like, I'll just step down.
You're saying that you're close to the bottom of the ladder, in which case, so you're going to reach out a hand. Are you going to try to pull them up?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, just strength roll them, please.
Just grab hold of her, yeah.
Can you narrate what you're thinking as you go?
I'm thinking I'm going to reach down and grab hold of her by the arm and then just let go.
Yeah.
I've got a real slippy hand. I'm excited from all the fun and I'm just sweating bullets here, guys. So I'm just going to grab hold of her little hand and just drop it straight up.
Perfect.
Can I just, as she drops me, can I simultaneously jump and like grab onto her sleeve and then just like squirrel like try and climb up her, if that's possible?
You can certainly, I would say, first of all, you need to, as you fall, you're going to take some more bludgeoning damage.
No. Again? Oh.
Come on, you fell again. It's the bottom of a pit. This thing is this thing is an abyss.
This is the most dangerous 5 foot pit in the entire of the D&D realms.
Just think of your shins, my
yeah.
Oh, that coccyx.
You realise that this fall into a pit will probably damage you for the rest of your life. Please take 2 future scar points. You're not going to take bludgeoning for that at all. I'm just teasing around.
Can I please hook her with my fishing rod?
Give us 2 seconds because we've just had an owlbear join us, and they're saying that this evening's exit from a pit is beautiful.
Well, we're not out yet, so.
That is true. You guys are not clear of this pit as of yet. Okay, so Pop, you fall them back into the pit, but it's only a mild fall. You didn't even sprain an ankle. You didn't get back up from this. Who's coming down to help? So I think we were getting a little bit of something from yourself, Toshik, just there. You were using your fishing.
I would like to use my fishing tackle to hook.
Really?
My fishing line to hook Pop. And then I'm going to hand that fishing rod to Asha and then assist.
Just in the background, I'd like to.
I've paid the extra.
Right, so let's say that line goes down, and can you give me another strength roll, please, and we'll see what happens.
Asha.
Yes,
with
please.
advantage because I'm assisting.
Good, that's great. And then Pop for grasping. Give me a roll as well.
A strength roll.
Yes, please.
I am looking. It's funny. It's just here when they're right in front of you. There we
go. Okay, can you describe how you don't manage to grasp this?
All the monkey blood is just getting in the way, really.
Oh my days. Okay.
Asha's starting to find this a bit frustrating, and the
We all
frills
totally-
near her neck start like flaring up a little bit, and she starts sort of doing some deep breathing.
I've got a block and tackle. We could use that.
Can I just
Hang on,
try and
can-
jump 5 feet again? Can I? Can I just try and jump up without?
You're going to do a jump. Do it.
What do I need
Sorry,
to do? Is that athletic?
before you do that, one of my monastic traditions is I can make a foot cube area of dirt that you could feasibly just step on and then jump a slightly easier jump up to the lip of the hole that you're in.
If you did it out of the wall, could it be at like the second foot off the ground? So she just has to go 1 foot and then out, so there's no jumping.
I'm happy with that.
Oh.
Let's do it. All right. Oh,
Let's get out of the goddamn
give
hole.
me a strength roll. Let's get out of it. Come on. Come on, Pop. I can feel this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Let's go. Let's go.
I walk out of the hole. What do I have to roll? Acrobatics?
You give me a strength. I want to see a strength.
Again.
We've
I'm
gone this
so weak.
far. Let's see it through.
Those halfling fucking.
Oh no, I'm
giants.
getting told. I'm getting told from everywhere that it's supposed to be an acrobatics roll. I don't care. We've dug in. Oh my.
Oh my god!
That's why we
what...
Pop, for a 10, you grasp hold of the ladder with one hand. From there, your teammates come down to you and they start to usher you up of this undulating ladder to the ladder.
It's an undulating adder?
Undulating
Up and it
to the
fucking
very-
snakes as your rope.
No wonder it was difficult.
I'd like to skin that snake, please.
Oh, days. Okay, you guys all reach the top. Then
I go. Now,
There is-
that
oh, so
may
no,
not
no.
have on purpose to make us close friends, just saying.
there's a feeling of euphoria, as if you've overcome this enormous trial. And so, hey guys, I personally couldn't be prouder of you as the person who puts needless obstacles in your way.
This is really stressed Asha out. So everyone lands, and she's still like,
Can I see everyone put their tokens towards the top, please? And I will describe to you what it is that you can see.
What?
You find yourselves in a dark room. You die. No. So, you get to the top of the stairs, and you find that the corridor stretches off beelines to your left and to your right. Which path would you like to take?
Where is it?
Oh yeah, you're behind us, aren't you? If I come back here, can you see me? No.
Hold on, what's going on here?
Absolutely.
we've got lost.
What are you doing? I'm just going to drag you around for a second or two. I know
Thanks.
it's rude, but I'm going to do that.
We can- Oh, wherever. Okay, fine.
Oh,
I'm
You
at I'm at the back.
You
Oh,
guys
I
Place
see.
because I
reach
deserve
the
it,
top, and you
because
can
I'm
see.
a naughty gnome.
Ah, right, I understand.
yeah, got it.
So the corridor stretches off to your left or your right-hand side. You can also see from there sort of an incline that stretches up. So it's again up to the top, up to the north, and off to the east. Where would you like to go?
Can I look for Thieves' Cant?
You can look for Thieves' Cant. You see nothing here.
Oh.
Can I try and see if there's a breeze or a smell of something of a creature using my hunting perception or survival?
Yes. So you feel as if there is there's a young energy incredibly close,
Stick my tongue out.
and you can hear. Can you give me a perception roll? Actually,
I stick my tongue out.
give me a perception roll.
Taste-
Let's see what that looks like.
Tasting the air.
I stick my tongue back and forth. I stick my tongue back and forth.
It's a 12. Digital rolling is garbage.
I'm going to see if I can
Stop the war on dice.
Perfect. Okay, great. And can I also get one from yourself, Asha? Because I think you were also sticking your tongue out. I want to see what you think.
Oh no!
Oh, you
What am I doing? Perception.
Yeah, you're doing a perception roll. So, simultaneously, you guys feel like you can hear the sound of pedals turning, and also you can feel a very young energy, but from a very old body.
That's cool.
I'm
I
gonna
think
turn-
we just
gonna
sort
turn
of
to
look at
Tasha
each
and go,
other.
How cryptic? How
What's
could you
that?
possibly make
How-
choices for this?
How does that even taste? What is? It's like
I'm just-
cranberry and prune juice.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just doing that. I don't want to go
There's-
that way.
I'm just gonna start going somewhere because that's
Mhm.
just what the character would do.
Yeah.
great. You guys start to move off towards the right-hand side, and what you see, there's an incline that starts to stretch upwards. There's a slight sort of swing set of kind of saloon doors, and on the other side you can see what looks like a bit of a tunnel. What would you like to do?
Saloon doors, you say?
I'm going to use my cowboy skill.
Well,
what's better than spooky tunnels? Oh, it's a pub. We could have a look at that.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and
Yep.
push open those doors.
So you push the doors open, and in the moment when they spring open, you can see in the distance that there's a tunnel that's in front of you, and on the ceiling of the tunnel is a sofa and a table and a glass that is half full and still sat inside the glass. It would usually have fallen, but in this instance, it's strangely sat there. The saloon doors swing closed again, and your view is obscured.
Asha wants to run in.
Okay,
Run in.
you're gonna run in.
Yeah, I'm just like amazed. I want to see if I go upside down.
So you're gonna like sprint your way in, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, yeah,
So-
I'll jog.
I mean, to be honest with you, after the the difficulty that we just experienced with getting out of a pit, I'm sure
Yeah.
that sprinting into the unknown is definitely
gonna
be the right choice.
There's no risk there.
None at all. So
Pits and doors.
Sorry, she's not a quick learner.
you step your way over the threshold, and the speed that you entered at, you suddenly find that the tunnel begins to spin incredibly fast. With each significant footstep that you take, the tunnel begins to spin faster and faster and faster. And you find yourself almost in a tumble dryer, pushed back towards the entrance. And then the tunnel slows once again. The sofa returns to the ceiling, and the glass still has the liquid satin.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
It wasn't fun. I
Right.
don't think. I don't think it was fun.
I think you'd know.
I'm not sure.
Should we go the other way then?
Did they all see that happen?
I think only who was with you there. So only Pop saw it.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Try
I'm
this
just-
way.
Yeah, I'm going to follow Pop.
What did you see over there? What was that?
Oh, it's rubbish. It's no fun.
It
I'm
was.
gonna
It's
find
like.
it
It was,
And I do a big wink.
Yeah, no, I know you're saying like it's no fun, but
Mm.
you seem quite absorbed by it and quite
think
like engaged in this whole thing. So
Was it a pipe? Did you just see a pipe?
what?
Did I
Tunnel.
see a pipe?
Isn't a tunnel just a large pipe?
Bad pipe.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true, isn't it? Like, if you've got something that's just like one end's a hole and the other end's a hole,
Oh my god.
that's just a pipe.
That's all.
Cool.
Which way are you guys going? Come on.
go in the pipe. Like this one. Go there. I step back and like usher you, like try to get you all to go in.
I'll follow Pop.
Okay, you guys. So you
Come
guys
on.
are now going to the north, where you can see a slight incline heading upwards. Yes.
That's
Okay.
the red stripey.
Yep. Move on up.
Can we go? Can we move?
Yeah, you can certainly move. Yeah, go on up the stairs.
I've been moving.
You'll
That's
see.
willy-nilly.
You'll see the tunnel.
I
the
can't
tunnel
see
starts to-
anything.
Okay. Can you not see anything at all?
No. I just mean like my vision is highly limited.
Okay, gotcha. So do you guys move your way up the incline? Then you'll start to see that the tunnel moves off to your left-hand side. Again, there's a small incline up. I love the hesitancy which is going into all of this.
I'm
I'm
now not last because I think that actually eel behind me, that is probably a good idea in case something like a trap goes off or someone comes from at the back. So I'm not at the back of the pack anymore.
I love the constant state of paranoia that your character exists in. They're just like, I could be attacked at any moment. I'm strong now. I'm weak now. I will.
Yeah.
Someone else.
It's only emotions. Who knows what they are? Dominance. That's where it lives.
So you've seen an incline start to go up, and then you can see a table in front of you with a series of knives sat on top of it. And just dimly, you can see a series of sort of spherical balloons. Actually, on closer inspection, they seem to be. And off to your left-hand side, there's a tiny little hole in the wall.
Okay, I'm not gonna go there. There you go. Can I take a perception check to see if I know if the hole is some kind of devious trap?
Yes, please do. So give me a perception roll.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I keep doing this.
It's a 6. You can tell that there is a small hole there. Looking down it, however, you can see that it stretches on for quite a distance, and at the other end you see an eye.
An eye?
Mm-hmm.
I relay that. I go, guys, there's someone watching us through a little hole.
I would like to put my crossbow up to the hole.
Oh, are we in? We're in.
Okay. Yep, go across to the hole then. And then give me an attack roll, please.
Where's said hole?
You can see there's a little hole just about...
Oh, yeah. Out there.
I see a little hole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will an attack roll. That's a 17 to hit with a 5 piercing damage.
Perfect. So it goes all the way down the hole, and you hear like a dun, 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 dun. And the person who was looking through it goes, and what you see is a series of like montages of someone in huge amounts of pain with a crossbow bolt in their eye, going. They don't seem to have enjoyed that too much. Music begins to play in the room. It was the same as the older woman was playing outside with the monkey as she turns the handle on it. And you can see that the balloons and the disc begin to rotate. You have knives on the table in front of you.
I throw one of the knives at the balloons.
Okay, perfect. In which case then... okay, can you give me a... what are you're throwing one of the knives, yeah? Okay, can you give me an attack roll, please?
A dagger?
Yes, please.
Good Lord.
Oh, no, I'm afraid that doesn't count. You go wide, hitting the multitude of balloons that were available to you. Would anyone else like to throw a dagger?
Yeah, I'll pick up a dagger.
Go for it.
No. Still garbage. I've got a +4 and I hit a 7. Like, she's got +5 and it's a 9.
Well,
it's a carnival. It's rigged.
Rigged.
Absolutely.
The knives are badly weighted.
Would anyone like to take a turn?
I pick up one of the knives from the table, walk over to the balloon, and just stab it. Like, not even throw it, just walk over and stab
Absolutely. Yeah, you can absolutely. So what you hear is you hear a big gun, big powder boom, woo, kaboom! And the hole opens ever so slightly. So it's now, from where it was a tiny hole, now it's large enough for a human head. And on the other side, you can see a person staring back with a single crossbow bolt in their eye.
Can I grab my crossbow bolt, please?
It's a long way down this tunnel.
Oh, okay, fine.
You'd have to take like 4 paces down it to be able to get there.
I
I'm not doing
scream
that.
down the hole. Hello!
And
I'm
they go,
Pop!
oh my god, thank God you're here! Help me!
Why?
I've got a crossbow bolt in my eye!
Sounds like a trap to me. Sounds like a trap.
I'm very old! Please help me! So old!
Guys, should we help this person? I don't know. I feel like helping is something that we should do. I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I guess it's the same kind of thing. Like, if somebody has a difficulty with their pipes, you know, somebody's got a problem with their eyes, like something stuck in you can
Didn't,
take it out, you can fix it.
Didn't we make the problem?
Pipes.
Can I take the knife with the
But
dagger?
human
That's
pipes.
more balloon.
Sorry, can you say that again for me?
Sorry, which one?
Can I get from Pop? What were you going to say?
Can I take the dagger that I'm still holding and stab some more balloons?
Yeah, absolutely. And Asha, what were you asking?
Oh no, I was just making a smart ass comment. Carry on.
That's what we should do. Okay, so
What I'm all about.
We'll go for Pop's move first, and then come back to you, Asha, and see if there's a smart ass comment for after she's taken this out.
There almost certainly will be.
Okay, great. So you try to pop another balloon, and we get. Okay, this time you hear. Fishing all day. I've got a big one, and then a bigger one. And then you see the tunnel open even more. Now you could probably fit your torso in it, and the person on the other side with an arrow in their eye, jiggling up and down, goes, "Yes, almost there. Ow! I think I broke my wrist."
I stab another balloon, and unless anybody else wants to give it a shot.
I'm reloading my crossbow.
So I'm basically just making eye contact with everybody while I'm slowly putting a dagger into another balloon.
Okay, great. And this time you hear once again, "Big gun, big pirate bullet, yeah, wook, boom!" And now the tunnel opens, and it's the type of tunnel that you could probably crawl into. And you see the person on the other side, who's incredibly weak, with an arrow still in their eye, go, please come in. Please help me."
I mean, I'm not going to fit, and I'm looking at these balloons.
Okay. What's your name?
My name? Did you ask what my
Yes.
name was?
Yes.
My name in a former life was Cova. Please come down. Please assist me.
I think it might be a ghost.
You couldn't shoot a ghost in the eye.
I could shoot a ghost in the eye.
I think it's children.
Do dab.
Lady. Mad person.
You feel that the hole begins to quiver for a moment and then begins to kind of recede ever so slightly.
Oh no.
Okay, I crawl through the holes, I suppose. Yeah, I do that. I crawl through the hole.
Pop, my personal hero, begins to crawl through the hole and out to the other side. And you sit down, and across the room is a very... There we go. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Can we all go through?
You guys can all crawl through at this stage. Any of you are one of you guys is a berserker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go on then. Let's say the hole's large enough for that. So everyone come through.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
It's a hole big enough for a berserker. You're fine. Don't you worry. Okay, I'm going to move you guys across just
Yeah,
for
maybe I can't fit.
expediency's sake. It's probably because I haven't toggled the toggly thing. So apologies.
Embiggened the hole.
And I haven't embiggened the hole. That's my bad. So you guys all move across into this space. You'll see that there is a poor, unfortunate Cova sat in the corner, and she's an older, decrepit individual. She says, "Thank God, I was put here. They took my youth from me all of the tricks I used to do. She leans over and she starts to pick up a pack of cards, and she goes to fan them, and they all fall apart and then
Oh.
disintegrate to dust.
That wasn't very
The
good. I
cards
don't know
turn to
what do, like-
dust.
Mm.
Sorry.
When I first entered this place, I was but 7 years old, and now my back hurts, my knees hurt, my throat hurts. I'm so old and I want my mother.
Oh, would it be nice? Would you prefer if we just killed you?
I was gonna say this doesn't seem like fun for anyone.
I would. When my turn comes around, I would like to lick them.
But of course you would. So this was them. They begin to tell you a tale of what it was that they looked like in their younger days. They say, when I first entered here, I was a child. I was enamored with the idea of magic. I was enamored with what it would be to be a magician, a beautiful, extraordinary magician. I would have a beautiful mask and a hat and feathers that would pour from it. I would produce cards as if they were whimsy from no position at all, wearing gloves, not fingers like other magicians. I was the extraordinary one, dressed in my finest robes. That was my dream when I was 6 or 7. And now
6 or 7.
I'm so old. My throat hurts and my knees hurt and my neck hurts and my back hurts, and it's not supposed to be like this when you're 6 or 7. This room makes you old. Makes you so old.
Do you want to leave with us then? Do you want to come
Yeah,
with us?
let's leave the room.
Guys, Cobra, friend.
And she
What?
nods, and the arrow in her eye bobs up and down.
Yeah.
Yes, please. And you start to see the hole that you've been through previously begin to kind of like flex, as if it's sort of like concerning itself with closing. You guys don't have much time left here.
Yeah, right.
Tiny ones
mean-
go. Tiny ones run.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can pop
yeah.
the balloons. I'm gonna pick up Kova.
I'm going to pull the bolt out of Kova's eye,
You pull the bolt out. Okay, great.
and I'm
You
just. I will.
I stab another balloon when I get to the other side to keep the hole big.
Perfect. So you guys work your way through. Cova is the last one to come through, and what you see is the tunnel itself starts to undulate. You guys just narrowly escape, and then all of a sudden, behind Cova, you see her look behind her, and as she's trying to crawl forwards, she looks behind. All of a sudden, the tunnel begins to collapse, and it works its way towards her, and it first consumes her feet, and stabbing the balloons seem to make no difference anymore. And eventually, the tunnel collapses around her, and all you see is a tiny puff of dust fall to the floor.
Oh.
Oh well.
I'm going to scoop up the dust and put it into a pouch.
Okay,
I'm not sure if this is fun or not.
Toshek is actually just on a shopping. Well, just shopping, and that is it.
You never know what young people made old might add to your magic.
So Pop, breaking away from the pack, starts to tear themselves back out of the area that you guys were just in, back down the stairs. This time coming towards the saloon doors and the tunnel. What would you guys like to do?
I'm following, but like I'm jogging on behind. Can I make? I'm gonna do like a perception check or something because I'm not having fun, but I also don't know if maybe this is fun that I'm just not doing right.
Take a perception check. Let's see
I'm here to learn.
It's a 19. You've realised this funhouse is not supposed to
It's
be.
not fun. Okay.
It's called the meat grinder, you realise.
Great. Got it.
Okay, cool. And the rest of you guys, I can't see Toshek moving or Eel at this point. Can you guys shimmy around, or are you not able to?
Yeah. No, I will. I am following where Asha goes. I follow at a distance that they would block me from any kind of arrows.
And Eel's on his way as well. Okay, cool. So you guys have either going back down into the dark, abyss of a 5-foot tunnel, or going through the saloon doors which now stand in front of you? What would you like to do?
I'm going to go to the saloon doors because we saw through them previously, didn't we?
You did.
Can I just check? Sorry, from on the map, is that east?
Yes, that is east, correct.
That way. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. So yeah, I'm going to send the. I'm going to cast mage hand or mage claw and send it through the doors again, but to try and grab the glass that's in the room.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, so it goes through the room as it starts to sort of like work its way down the corridor. It reaches the sofa and also the glass, and it turns as if tipping up towards the glass and goes to grasp it, and kind of grabs hold of it for a second, and then sort of dissipates and comes back. But the room itself does not spin.
Well, that didn't work. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm going to follow in that direction. To see if there's anything unusual nearby that I can hopefully grok on with being a bit handsy.
Okay, great. Give me a perception roll. Can you narrate for me whilst you're thinking about what you're thinking about whilst you're finding your perception roll?
When I find where there we go. It's like no, it's like honestly, I've been around a lot of places that have been a bit tricky, and that's been fine because you meet people who are like based in there, and you can have a nice time. But here, there's nobody who seems to want to be ready to fix it. You know what I mean? Like you can see things are difficult, but there's no cunt here who wants to do something about it.
So as you're saying this, your boots start to step on the edge of the precipice just before. So I always use the word precipice on the ledge before the tunnel itself. And there's a small collection of dust and rocks that go over the side, and the tunnel itself moves ever so slightly.
Right, steady on, lads. I suspect there's something moderately awry here.
So
I don't.
We just had a little bit of a community message there, which was just saying Paul Cover. And yeah, I know it was a bit of a dark ending for them. I'm sorry that it wasn't your fault. It was the Funhouse.
We didn't.
Oh, the Funhouse. So guys, here we are. You've seen the tunnel move ever so slightly. I think I probably interrupted yourself there, Eel. What were you going to say?
No, I'm just saying, like, really be careful, lads. It looks like things shift about the place, and I'm honestly not sure that that's ideal when it comes to moving to where we want to be.
Just an idea. It seems like touching this tunnel area, disturbing it seems to set it off. So maybe you could just throw me through, and then I could reach the other side without touching any edges, and see if that
glad
works.
you said it.
Great, good.
Oh my god!
Okay.
You and I, like, this is forever. Let's
Just try for a high five again.
You guys try for a high five.
roll it.
Roll it. Come on.
Roll up.
Let's get a dexterity for a high five. Yep, lands on one. Oh, it lands on both sides. Okay. You guys land this high five, and not only is it a high five, but you hear it echo around the funhouse, and it's as if for a moment the funhouse takes it as an offence that you guys would have this much fun. How dare you?
Yeah, I feel a glimmer of fun, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay, so I think we're into what we call in D&D the yeet phase.
Mhm.
So who's going to be yeeted and how are you going to yeet?
I'm just gonna yeet pop.
You're going to yeet Pop.
I'm gonna
Okay.
yeet pop.
Can you give me a strength roll then, please, and we'll see how far they go.
Yeah. So I'm gathering up my tiny best friend, and I'm
Yep.
I'm gonna like properly wheel it back,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna just gonna fling, kind of with like most of my might, but I think I'm a little bit. I'm holding back a bit because I don't want to hurt her, but actually it just results in sort of half of what we wanted.
Okay, so you see Pop flies into the air like a human cannonball for a moment before reaching the zenith of that arc and then starting to come down quite sharply.
Too soon.
During the time that they fall, nothing happens in the tunnel, but when they land, there's a brief vroom, 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 and it comes to a stop.
The tunnel does.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Can I just do a backflip out the other side?
So you're going to do it. You're going to try and backflip now from there to the edge of the doorway that you can leave the tunnel from. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
On the
great.
other side.
Give me an acrobatics then. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, cross fingers.
Come on! Oh,
Oh my lord.
How are
Okay.
you? How?
Okay,
Yes,
hold on. I have
Plus
to-
5
I-
dexterity.
I have to say this. What I've always found whenever I play D&D is that someone in the group gets crappy rolls, and it is not your fault. It is Roll20's fault. No, it's not. This is what happens. Do you remember when we played with? I think it was with Dan
Oh my
for the
God,
first time,
don't.
Ro, and Dan did nothing but roll bad rolls the entire time.
Well, we
It
all
was-
did. It was only
Well,
Pete who was rolling good ones, and that was the only time he got crap on his shoe and wanted to change it really quickly, and then he got a 20. Other than that, it took us 50 minutes to kill a troll,
This is D&D.
and we
I know,
didn't kill it.
Amelia, I know that you've played before a crap ton, and that this is no take to you. But for our new players out there, sometimes you get some bad luck. This is how it goes. So you attempt to backflip, you land, but in the landing you just don't stick it, and you start to kind of stumble backwards. And as you stumble, the tunnel picks up speed and it starts to whirl you around, and it lands you on the sofa, and it continues to spin, and then it comes to a stop. And then it stops at the top and you fall back down to the bottom of the tunnel. And the glass is sat there half full. Or half empty, depending on how you felt about that.
So am I on the sofa? No.
You're now
I
on the
can't.
floor of the tunnel, stood still, central point. What would anyone like to do?
If no one else has a thing, because someone else is going to be better at this than I am. But Asha's thinking if you don't touch the sides, it seems to be okay. So can I tie my hempen rope to my javelin and just fling it to the other side of the tunnel? And then maybe I'll just tie it to myself and the small people can crawl over and hopefully there'll be something on the other side.
As you're tying your silken your rope to your javelin, I'm just gonna lick your face to give you guidance. So just 1d4.
Thanks.
Just a little bit in the ear. Just a little flick in the ear.
Great. I get a little green
I looked at
flush
you-
on my cheeks.
Yeah, I looked at you first to seek consent before I did it.
You got it,
And you-
baby.
Slowly the tongue came out. Give you a little tick.
Slower is worse.
I think what I hate more than anything is that slowly the tongue came out fits
Slowly
the
is
cadence
worse.
of doing the Lambeth walk. Like, it just fits it perfectly, and I
Slowly the
don't want that.
came out. Anytime, old anywhere. Okay,
So I get a 3
you get a 3.
to add to whatever I like.
So, yep, give us your yeeting of the javelin. Yes.
Yeah, so it's tied to my waist, and then the other end of the javelin. I'm gonna yeet it. Is it strength for a javelin?
Sure, Sibs,
I think it
you're.
is,
I think it is, isn't it? Yep. Okay, give us a strength roll.
because he was hurling it.
14. Okay, so I'm
Plus.
going to say plus the 4 as well. Okay. Oh, sorry, plus the 3 as well. Okay, in which case then that is strong. So let's say you eated it, and it landed dead central point of exactly where you were aiming for. So you guys now have a rope across that area. Who's going to go first?
Should we send the lit? So there's a rope between your center and the other room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Eel and the rope, and Eel and the rope. Eel, the rope.
Yeah, all right. I suppose I could move across that on account of my monthly training, but if anybody wants to go before me, that's fine.
Eel, rope.
I think
I'm
Eel,
just standing in like a real strong man
Eel.
pose.
you've drawn the short straw. What are you going to say, Pop?
I also stare at Eel.
So, as a monk, as somebody who has focused in a very deep and sincere way on the control of their body, I'm going to pick up Pop
Yep.
on my shoulders
hmm
and move across.
Okay, I'm going to ask you for a dexterity roll at disadvantage because you're carrying someone else.
Oh, all right. And fine.
Can I lick you?
Oh my day! So
Will that do me any good?
Yes.
It'll give you a 1d4.
Give you a thrill.
All right.
It'll tickle your ear.
You pert slut. Give me a lick.
Little tongue snakes out to tickle his ear for a guidance there.
A dex roll.
Plus 1d4.
And give us the 1d4 roll as well, please.
All right. So sorry, that's in a different. There we go. D4 plus 1d4.
Yes, mate. Perfect. Okay, so talk to me about how you clear it. And I feel like there's a wobble in the middle, but you definitely do clear it.
Yeah. So I see that Pop is hanging out on my side of things.
Mhm.
Be like, come on, we can do this. This'll be fun. No. The thing is, it's important to not worry about it, because the more you worry about it, the more difficult it is. So just jump on it and we'll go. And so there was a bit of a sprint. Midway through, there was a realization that no, that the natural tension of either end, you can fuck that up if you've got more than one person on your shoulders as you're running across a tightrope. But then, yeah.
So I feel like this is like a clown that kind of sprints across. So if you do if you go across a tightrope, it's easier. If you go across a slack tightrope,
Slackline.
it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
And it's a difficult thing to achieve. So with your monk abilities, you spring on, and then you start to wander across, and in the center there's a moment of wavering, and Pop, you look down. What is it that you feel?
Tadpoles.
Pop looks down like this, and you continue across.
I've survived worse.
And you leap off the other end.
Where is the other end? Is that here? Or
The other is going to be oh no, yep, that's exactly it. Perfect.
here?
Okay, you guys, no, not there, just
There.
before. Perfect. Thank you very much. So that's where you guys are reaching. Okay, great. And can I also get yourself moved across, please, Eel? Thank you. Okay, so that just leaves two of you guys. How are you going to traverse?
I mean, I didn't think any further ahead. I just hoped they'd get there and be able to do something, because obviously I'm the other end of the rope.
Yep.
So I'll just wait. But I'm doing a double thumbs up. It's gone really well.
Yeah,
It's with you, Tom.
I'm looking at how difficult it was for the two tiny people, the two pieces of bait in my mind to cross the rope. And I'm going to see the two thumbs up, and I was like, "Do it! You do it! You do it!" And I'm even going to like get my little mage claw to give them a thumbs up. So they got 3 thumbs up.
It's so
Amazing.
delicious over there.
Wonderful. In which case, then, let's get a dexterity roll from yourself to try and use this rope that has been put out by Asha.
Okay.
Are you good with dexterity as a character? Is this one your core?
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm fine.
Great. Oh, okay, perfect.
Oh, damn, son.
That is a natural 20.
Yumma.
I want to hear this. I want to hear this from beginning to end.
Okay.
Look how elegant this is. Come on.
Okay, so he looks at the little ones. He's like, "Oh, that was a little bit tricky, but I think I can do it better." And what I do is I'm just gonna turn around. The mistake was they were worried about where they were going, so I'm just gonna turn around and face Asha as I walk step by step backwards along the rope, and just keep walking. And I'm just looking at Asha, being like, "It's no big deal." Because I know exactly where my feet are going. I've got like my feet are doing something they don't normally do, which is like a chameleon. So they're
yeah.
at the rope. So there's at one point the rope slackens, but I just sort of roll with it, and then keep going. And so yeah, I chameleon just with my feet the whole way across backwards.
Amazing.
Yes, mate. And I'm assuming on the other side, you just kind of like casually step off of it as if it's no thing.
Yeah, I literally walk off the end of it and onto the floor.
Perfect. Okay.
Asha gives 2 middle fingers because someone told her it was the best once.
Nice.
Pop is like
Asha
super
does not know
impressed.
what that means.
We all have a great time.
Yeah, we were just swearing at each other from either end of the rope.
So, like a team building experience gone wrong. Actually, to be fair, I think Sibs, you should probably take an inspiration.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an elegant walk from beginning to end. You take an inspiration. And for those of you guys who haven't seen an inspiration before, what it means is that man is allowed to re-roll a d20 whenever he chooses, but he can only do it once because he's only 1 inspiration. Inspiration is given by the DM for someone who performs or does something that's extraordinary. So, well played to you, sir. Okay.
Thanks.
Back with yourself, Asha. You, like a bad team building experience, now be the last person across. What are you guys as a team going to do to help Asha out? And Asha, what are you going to do?
Should we just pull the rope, guys? Should we just yank it?
I mean, again, you've suggested this, and I'm looking down at you, being like, "You can't even reach the rope on this javelin. What are you talking about?" Tiny warm bloods. But I suppose let's again. I've got a block and tackle. We could actually.
You keep saying that. What? What is it?
He spent an hour metagaming about how he has such abilities and skills.
Tired of hearing about your tackle. What is it that you want to do?
Going in.
Block and tackle allows you to lift and carry 4 times your normal strength modifier. So if I hooked it up, I could just put the rope through it and pull you on my own because of the weight allowance.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I've done I'm like 260 pounds, I think.
So I can hoist up to 4.
You take a piece of raw bacon and you put it onto your string and you lower it over the side an edge of a water area, and you kind of go like, oh, I hope a crab grabs hold, and what you get is a shopping trolley.
Hapthor Bjornsson grabs the end of the rope.
Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit of stress on this. We have 15 minutes left, guys.
Cool. Okay,
Oh,
great.
shit.
Okay,
Come on, let's go.
so I can normally carry 150 pounds with a block and tackle. I can do 600 pounds.
Excellent. I'm so
so
ready.
I'm gonna fit that up, and we're gonna just haul her across the hole collectively
Okay.
with my normal
great.
strength carrying. It's my carrying limit, so I don't even have to roll for it.
All of you guys are doing a strength roll, apart from yourself there, Sibs, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it comes under my normal carrying weight, but yeah, I suppose it would be a strength.
Give me a strength roll across the board, and I'm going to see how much effort each of you guys put in. Oh,
Oh my god, Pop.
Ew! Ew! Oh my days! Is that a natural or an unnatural? Let me look. That was a 19 plus 1. That's a 19 plus 1. Okay. So, we're going to say, okay, so Eel, you are definitely the hero of this. I'm going to tell you what happens, and I want to get your reactions as we go, okay?
Yeah.
So, it begins. Asha, you steady yourself. You
I
think
grab
that
his
this
tackle.
might be difficult. You grab hold of the tackle. How do you feel at this point? No, don't answer that question. The rope itself tightens. You grasp hold. You pull it around, and then from this point, you throw yourself forwards. There's a heroic leap from that stage. You guys begin to pull from the other side. Pop there, straining, wheezing. Pop, how do you feel whilst trying to pull in a barbarian?
I just kind of get lifted off the ground by the tension of the rope, so I'm just like hanging on the rope and really not making any difference.
You're like that person in a tug of war that's at the center, not at the end. Okay, great. Eel, the strength surges through you, and you pull them. Talk to me about this.
So like, I'm grabbing it, and like obviously I'm pulling here, but the important thing to realise is that as a monk, as someone who's been spending a lot of their life pulling from the natural world, it's not just like the natural, the natural strength that you've got. It's the strength of things that come with you, like the world that you're in. And so, like, while it's difficult, and obviously you've got people who are with you who are like, oh, let's do the old strong thing. Like, it feels quite normal if you've gone through the teachings and like the different ways of understanding how to pull through the world.
Eel, all of this flashes in his mind in a quarter of a second.
Oh, see, I'm having the opposite problem. I'm like, this is straight to camera while it's happening. The young ones, someone goes in.
So to describe all of this straight to camera in 1 second, it's just like.
I want to do more slow motion breakdown of eels dealing with these things and the compression of time, because it's like a John Woo explanation meets a YouTube woodwork video. So we need to do more of it. Okay, so we have Asha start to careen down the tunnel, and as they do, they're hitting the tunnel here and there, but not that much, because god damn if Eel isn't pulling his strength. And each time that they hit, the tunnel begins to rotate more and more and more, until eventually there's like a kind of like eye of a whirlwind starting to take place, and that in and of itself begins to lift Asha off of the ground. Eel pulls harder and harder until eventually they're over the precipice, over the ledge. and everyone has a moment to collect themselves. Looking around you, you have two choices in front of you. These are two choices that are going to mean a lot of different stuff. Frankly, guys, these are going to be two choices that are important because they decide the direction of the next session. You have a corridor up the north, or you have a corridor to the west. Down to the west, what you can see is a door that has a little symbol carved into it.
Wait, can you move me where I'm supposed to be? I
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Everyone's now gathered in that location. Yeah, we can all see that you're all gathered in one spot. Perfect.
Okay.
Looking
But west
down,
is where we came from.
so west is where you came from. Looking down to your east, what you can see is a door with a symbol carved into it. It is an eye staring at a line, staring at an eye on the other side. Up to the north, what you can see is a collection of 3 balls placed in a triangle. Which direction do you want to go?
So, I don't know if this isn't a direction, but I look straight at Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
I look you in the eyes and then I lick you just to see what all the fuss is about.
How does Tasha respond to being licked?
I wait to see the expression on your face.
It's like taking a shot of vodka.
Glenn's, a shot of Glenn's vodka. And I will lick you back and give you guidance.
Just giving out all the guidance, left, right, and
Hey,
centre.
man. That's why you become a cleric.
Wicked. Okay, cool. So, of the two choices, which ones do you want to make? I mean, you could split the party. I'm not saying you should, but you could. Don't split the party.
I mean,
can I use as a monk, as somebody who is I guess used to being very focused on things. Can I do an insight check on the direction that we should maybe be going?
So, do you want to give me a general perception check, and I will give you some more details.
Oh, my poor perception.
A 13, that's not too bad. Okay. So you can tell around the doorway where you can see the eye and then a line and another exact same eye are small amounts of glass. Up towards the north direction, you can see that there is the symbol of 3 balls in a triangle, and just next to it, there seems to be a child's discarded shoe.
Oh, the most comfortable object. Thank goodness, a child's shoe. I suppose I'll say lads, left or right, looks alright. It's not a problem. But if we go forward to, there might be. We might find a child's foot at some point. And nobody wants that.
Toshek looks at him.
Unless you're a child with only 1 foot, in which case 20. Presumably at this point, it's not.
This campaign is called the hopping child, so no, it is not.
I look at Eel as if waiting for him to finish the sentence.
Yeah, same. I'm waiting.
Yes. We're all looking at Eel.
Is it yes or no?
Oh.
What did any of that you just said mean?
Oh, it's hard work, isn't it?
Two choices sit before you. Will you head to the north, where you can see a discarded child's shoe, a triangle with 3 balls? Or will you head to the right, where you can see some shattered shards of glass, surrounding an image of a carved eye staring at a line with a carved eye on the other side. What will you choose?
Right,
Whilst Eel's doing that, I'm just gonna sit down and shut my eyes. I'm gonna do a ritual of detect magic. So if he takes 10 minutes, I will have held. As a ritual, it's 10 minutes. So I'm just disengaged from this, and I'm just sitting with my eyes shut. That's
No, that's much. I was just gonna say, like, reasonably, like a kid's foot compared to some, like, a variety of objects that you don't want to touch because they'll make your bones go off, won't it?
They'll make your bones go off.
So, like,
Ash is just like
crack. I just crack a bone at that point as part of my ritual and just sucking out the marrow.
yeah, like, the difficulty is either we head in one direction and it's like, oh, it's not great, but we're all right. But the other direction is like, it's not great, and we're all fucked.
Asha's looking at Pop. What's Pop doing?
Pop was looking at Eel, just like, I don't understand what is all right and what isn't all right. And I literally asked Eel, I go, all right?
Like, none of this is all right.
You have, to your north, a door with a child's shoe outside, a triangle with 3 balls in. To your east, you have a door.
Asha thinks that fun can be salvaged, and she's gonna walk towards where the balls are.
Where the balls You're walking in that direction. Does the rest of the party follow?
I'm finishing my ritual.
I like balls and fun too, so I'm going to follow you.
Okay, great.
Okay, can we go to the balls?
Start to head towards the north. Perfect. Let me just get rid of that. Okay, perfect. So, you guys start to make your way towards the door, and what you see in front of you is a ball pit.
Ooh! Ooh! I'm just gonna give middle fingers in the circle. Really chuffed with it.
And you guys heading towards the ball pit?
Can I check the door traps quickly?
Yeah, of course you can. You give me a perception check, please.
I don't know why I keep rolling for perception. I have no perception.
Matchy again?
I see a door.
Perfect. Okay, you guys going to continue moving forwards?
I am.
Great.
I'll slide behind her, seeing as I can't really see straight for some reason.
Yeah. Well, and also I just trust like Pop's ideas about things. So I'm like, okay, they think it's fine. I'm just gonna truck on.
Go for it. I'll follow suit.
Okay. And yourself, Eel, what are you doing?
It's hard to feel entirely comfortable when everybody else seems quite, I don't want to say confused, because I don't want to, like, take the authority from people's decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was facing an entire ball pit, I probably wouldn't go there, but it's, you know, the thing is, it's fine. I'll stick with these guys.
So the world Constantine is in, and in the split second that Eel has been thinking these thoughts to himself, the bullet time of Eel's emotions, where he goes from a brief monologue to. He begins to step towards the bull pool. He sees, first of all, Pop and Asha step in through the door with the symbols over the top in the triangle. The door swings closed behind. Toshak's just back behind where they previously were, slowly trying to divinate an understanding of the environment that they find themselves in. And then Eel pushes the door open, And there, before them, is an enormous ball pit, the biggest ball pit that you have ever seen in your entire life. And it's filled with nothing but fun balls to jump around in. I mean, this thing's not going to be no, there is a massive problem with it. Underneath, there's a giant, shifting, moving, fucking creature that seems to be breathing fire, and all of the balls that are in the ball pit begin to glow. They begin to glow and they begin to lift softly into the air as if some enormous creature underneath is breathing. And you guys hear and from the distance, the laugh of Jack himself. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we will leave this evening's session. I'd like to thank everybody who's tuned in with us this evening. I'd like to thank all of my players. Guys, Rowan, Guy, Amelia, Sibs, thank you guys so much for all the people who have tuned in. We really appreciate the comments that you guys have been chucking in. Like, the community makes so much about this channel. And before we go, one last thing. On Monday nights from 4 till 7, you guys will find the Waterdeep Mole Rats streaming live. Please come and join them, and please come and join us next time when you can tune in on Wednesday from 7 until 10. We'll be here dealing with Jack's Funhouse. Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening. Bye, guys.